Hey y'all, I'm Corey, the founder of Bounty&Bliss. And I know I just kind of showed up one day dropping affirmations and journal prompts and talking about healing and softness and rebuilding. And maybe you were like, who is this woman? Where did she come from? And why is she speaking like she's lived 5 lives already? So, this is my formal introduction. Not as a brand, but as a woman who reached a personal low point and decided it was just time to tell the truth about how she got there and what it took to start rising again. And I will be honest, sharing is hard for me because I'm deeply private, and there are parts of this story I've never said out loud to anyone but my therapist. But I know I'm not the only one who's ever felt this way. And if telling my truth helps even one woman feel less alone in her rebuilding, then it's worth it. So let's just start my story off by saying I got married when I was 23 years old. I was just a baby. I just graduated from college. I was bright-eyed and full of dreams, and I wanted to be a film editor or director. But deep down, I really didn't believe I had what it took or that it was possible. And I was surrounded by people who were chasing big goals, and I was the one clapping the loudest for them. I just couldn't seem to clap for myself. Because anytime I faced rejection, I took that as proof that I wasn't worthy. If I didn't get the opportunity, or I didn't land the job, or I didn't get the invitation, it must mean that I just didn't deserve it. So I kind of stopped reaching, and I just clung to whatever felt safe, even if it wasn't what I truly wanted. Now, from the very beginning of my relationship, when I reflect, I realized that I started shrinking. I distanced myself from my friends, and I adapted to what I thought he wanted me to be. It wasn't something that he asked for directly, but I could feel the shift when I did certain things for myself, and I didn't like the tension, so I just adjusted. So we moved to LA, and I had every reason in the world to chase my dreams. But I took a job in advertising instead as a media buyer, and it paid well, but creatively, I felt dead inside. And then I had my first child, and my entire world tilted. I didn't have any family nearby. I didn't have any support. And I hated the idea of leaving my baby with strangers all day just to go to a job I didn't even like. So I was introduced to Mocha Moms, which is a support group for Black stay-at-home moms. And that's when I saw something that I didn't even know was possible. These women were running creative businesses, they were raising their babies, and they had built this beautiful village of support. And some of them are now top directors and producers in Hollywood. I mean, they were doing the damn thing on their own terms. And even though I didn't quite feel like I fully fit in, the seed was still planted. And I wanted that kind of life for myself too. But then something broke in me at a company Christmas party. The owner stood up and acknowledged everybody, every single person in my department by name, except for me. And I had just had a glowing review, and I thought I was respected. But that night, not only was I humiliated, but I felt invisible. And then when he came up to me later after he realized what happened and tried to recover, the damage was already done. And I just started thinking at that moment, what the hell am I even doing all of this for? So when a job opportunity came up for my husband in Columbus, Ohio, of all places, I was just ready to leave. I was ready to take a break from that rat race, from the traffic, and just figure out who I was outside of what had become survival mode for me. Now, moving to Columbus was supposed to be my reset, but it ended up being another lesson in how easy it is to start over for everyone else and still leave yourself behind. I'll tell you what happened in the next part too. Stay tuned. Drink your water. Mind your business. Love you. Have a blessed day. Bye.